day one of the week of who would win. And then this week we're starting off with a suggestion by James, was it Reimer or James Reiner? Because the thing is, I've got two people who subscribed. I got two people who watch my videos. Hello, Papa. Both are named James, and both have the almost exact same name, except one is Reimer and one's Reiner. Whichever one of you it was, this is your suggestion. They asked the question, who would win in a fight? King Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist or Deathstroke from DCUU? So, full disclosure, I actually didn't watch Full Metal Alchemist. I hear good things about like Brotherhood and things along those lines, but I never watched it. And I know a lot about Deathstroke, so I had to look into Bradley. Now, we're going to go over Deathstroke real quick first. Now, Deathstroke is Slade Wilson. He is the Terminator. He is probably one of the deadliest assassins in the world. More or less, he's a super soldier in many ways. He was given this serum at one point and increased all his physical capabilities more or less to peak human standards. It also cut down on his aging a bit, because he's got like stark white hair, but other than that, though, he looks like he's in physical peak health. He's missing an eye for some reason, which is weird because he has a healing factor. He has a very potent healing factor, actually. But for some reason, he can't regrow an eye. He's also can use he can also use like 99% of his brain, or like 100% of his brain, something like that. But it's more in the realistic sense that he can comprehend things a lot. Comprehend things on a different level. He can analyze things on a more detailed level, spot minute flaws in something. He can see faster, which means his mind just processes information quicker. He's a military tactician, strategist, genius. He'll fight dirty. He's an assassin. He will kill you. He is skilled in all forms of combat. He is one of the few individuals in the DC universe who can legitimately beat Batman in a fist fight. He wears Promethean armor, which also has regenerative capabilities. He's skilled with swords. He's skilled with guns. He constantly has swords and guns on him. He has a bow staff he uses. He uses explosives. He's at one point took down nearly all the Justice League with specialized equipment. So he is he is Slade Wilson, and he is a bad mother. Now, King Bradley is interesting. Now, he was one of the chief antagonists throughout any of the Alchemy series I've read. He is, I believe, oh god, he's a homunculi. But unlike most homunculi or homunculuses, depending on your pronunciation, homunculus, or homunculus, that was it. He doesn't have a regenerative healing factor like most of them do. In fact, his body actually ages so he can blend in with human society. But he's still basically a beast in peak strength, if not a little below peak, more or less. He's like right near peak of any fighter at all, despite looking like he's in his mid-40s. He has a special eye that basically allows him sight, perception, all that. Basically kind of like a Sharingan kind of thing, where he can follow the movements, predict them, avoid movements, all that. Only downside is, kind of like the Sharingan in Naruto, because of the age of his body, he can't necessarily keep up with every attack that comes up towards him. So there's going to be times where he might be able to see it, but he can't react to it. But that's why he wears the eye patch, so people don't see it, because it's got this like dragon symbol on his pupil. Other than that, though, he's a military man, a military strategist, able to exploit the flaws and weaknesses in the opponent with ease. He is a beast in battle. Most notably, he is a master swordsman. Usually, seen using dual sabers and using them to a frightening degree. He once took down a tank with a grenade and a sword and nothing else. In battle, and I have actually seen clips of like the fights he's in Full Metal Alchemist, particularly with King Bradley. He is relenting. That is a key trait of his fighting style, is that he is nonstop. He does not stop with the fighting. He's just constantly combat. Somebody maybe kicks him, boom, charge right back in. Maybe distance gets boned. He gets blown away. Now he needs to close distance. He'll just rush right in and close the difference and to try to kill you again. There is no reasoning with him. There is no stopping him unless you kill him or he kills you. He is a machine. and he was one of the most fearsome individuals in the show, in the series, from what I could gather. Apparently, he like once took like several slashes from a blade and was still able to beat someone who, by all definitions, should have beaten him. Who was basically still healthy, didn't really have any wounds, and he was still able to get the advantage over them and beat them. The man is just relentless, but he doesn't have a healing factor like most homunculi do. He also, despite the fact he's still pretty much peak, that his eye, using his eye and relying on his eye, he even says like, he hates relying on his eye because his body can't react as well as it used to, which means his eye is both a gift and a curse in this fight. So let's go over this. Let's say Deathstroke is hired to take out King Bradley. King Bradley's like, oh, whatever, and then Deathstroke fires a shot from a window, voids it. And yeah, Bradley can block gunfire with his swords at near point blank range too. So yeah, Bradley rushes out the window, and Deathstroke's now just firing, and the fight really commences. So he's firing, Bradley's just rushing in, and then he comes in. Deathstroke gets out his bow staff and just ching, and that fight's just getting in there. Now, initially they're going to be on pretty equal terms, but the thing is, again, Bradley is relenting. Whereas Deathstroke, while kind of relenting, will take a few moments to try to analyze his opponent. But Bradley's not going to have any of that. Deathstroke's going to have a real hard time trying to analyze his opponent when his opponent will just keep going on. So, why did you bring a plastic cup up here, Pup? Why did you bring a plastic cup here, you silly puppy? Hold on. She just brought this cup up for no reason. I want to make sure it was a dirty cup. It is a dirty cup. She just brought this cup up. You just brought this cup up here for no reason. She's a silly puppy. You a silly puppy. Why'd you bring this cup up? Want the cup? Go get the cup. Yeah, you can chew on the cup for a little while. I'm going to take it away from you when the video's done. Anywho, so yeah, the relentingness of Bradley might take Deathstroke off by surprise and put him at a different disadvantage to some degree. Granted, he can, you know what? That's going to be loud, so I'm going to take that cup away from you now. Give me the cup. Give me the cup. All right. Yeah. All right. We're just going to keep that there. I'll pet you. I'll pet you over here. Oh, yeah. Yes, pet you. Anyway. So, yeah. I think he's, eventually, like, his bow staff will, like, be cut in half. Maybe he'll be fighting still with the pieces of bow staff. Get maybe a couple feet, but Bradley's going to come rushing in. He's going to maybe throw a smoke grenade down. Bradley's maybe just going to just swipe it away. Deathstroke's going to get a few feet away, throws a grenade. Bradley just slices it, rushes through the explosion. Maybe the little singe on, but otherwise fine. Deathstroke now pulls out his handguns, just block, pulls out his sword, just ching. So it's going to go going back and forth. And these guys are really going to tire, I imagine. But Deathstroke's still going to be put on the defense at this point. And then, Bradley's going to just come in, just slice, stab, and then shina. And then, and he sees Deathstroke on the ground just bleeding. And he's just looking over, starts, monologuing maybe a little bit before he's like, I will end it. And then Deathstroke just grabs him, and Bradley's just throwing on his back, like, and then corrects him with his sword. However, that gives Deathstroke going to have time to just come in and smash him in the face. To basically disarm him of his swords. So now it's a fisticuff fight. And in an actual fist fight, I'm going to say Deathstroke has the advantage. Deathstroke Bradley clearly can handle himself in a melee fight. And I'm certain he's good in hand-to-hand combat. Deathstroke is, bar none, in his universe, one of the best there is, period. And comparing to like some of the individuals we've seen in this universe, that's comparable, I suppose. So yeah, and he's going to give Bradley's going to be on the edges. So then just the eye patch comes off all of a sudden, and then just dodges, able to maybe like sweep kick Deathstroke, but Deathstroke comes in, throws a hand grenade, Bradley grabs on his swords again, blanks the grenade up, explodes, Deathstroke now pulls out his other sword, and now just kind of squaring off, and he sees the eye, he's like, that eye of yours, is like, what you were able to avoid my strike with it, it's like, and Bradley just, no, that's none of your business or whatever, so fight goes back together, it's like, how did you survive? It's like, that's my little secret. Comes in again, so they're slashing. Now, Deathstroke at this point now can't get a hit on Bradley because Bradley's able to avoid most of his hits. So Deathstroke decides to push it to the max, and he's able to actually suddenly get cuts and hits in because now Bradley can't keep up with Deathstroke all the way. He can see the strike coming, but he can't fully physically react to it. So at that point now, it's just, a matter of Deathstroke using his tactical knowledge and healing factor to basically endure the attacks and slowly overwhelming Bradley, even though that overwhelming is a loose term in this case. Long story short, we get to the end of the fight where Deathstroke probably, pulls out, a hand grenade, punches him, and throws a grenade in him. As he punches him, get different distance. Or, he pulls the pin, waits a few seconds, kicks and throws, and then just throws it in Bradley's face. Bradley maybe blocks. He's still alive, but he's in pain. And then shing, the head goes through the head for the blade. He's like, you were quite the target. I must say, I rather enjoyed that. So, yeah, I'd say Deathstroke takes this 60% of the time. Bradley is no joke. He is no joke. And that's why I say 60% of the time. Because I can see a scenario very easily where he overwhelms Deathstroke enough to just take his head off. And that's one of the only real ways you could kill Deathstroke, is either just kill his brain, basically. But yeah, 60% Deathstroke, 40% King Bradley. But let me know if you think different. If you do, that's cool. Let me know. Also, if you have ideas or what if, who would win, Star Wars, anything to do on the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to it at some point. It is hot as hell right now here. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with who will win. By the way, there will be no what if today. I made a choice now. I know I said today, but what I realized is I'm gonna have to space the video, the who would win, or the what if, into 2 parts, and I got the day off tomorrow. So I'm like, why don't I just do that both 2 parts tomorrow and crack both what ifs out in one day, plus a who would win? Yeah, that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time.